Today, we are taking the first step to do exactly what I said I was going to do after these scurrilous attacks were launched against myself and my family. We are holding CNN accountable, and we are going to get to the bottom of what's going on here, and we are glad to be here today to be able to do that.
Oh yeah, I think Republican candidate for North Carolina Governor Mark Robinson is just so glad to be here today in general. He's glad about where he's ended up in this race as a result of the reporting from CNN about what he did on newdafrica.com, which we'll go more into. But that was a great start to his little press conference where he's going to sue CNN. When you call, here's a rule of politics. If you refer to allegations against you as scurrilous, they're true. You're not legally allowed to call them scurrilous unless they're true, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, he goes even beyond it and he invokes a member of the Supreme Court in this.
What this amounts to is, to quote Clarence Thomas, this is a high-tech lynching on a candidate who has been targeted from day one by folks who disagree with me politically and want to see me destroyed. And so we are glad to take these first steps to fight back against what we consider to be one of the greatest examples of political interference in this state's history and quite possibly this nation's history.
Okay, so to be clear, it is a high-tech lynching, as Clarence Thomas had referenced decades ago, for CNN to report on the fact that this dude apparently posted on Nude Africa a whole bunch of wild stuff. And to be clear, I think he's implying that a high-tech lynching would be bad. And I'm glad that he's coming out against them, because based on his activity on newdafrica.com, I don't know if I could have predicted exactly what he would have said about lynchings, since he did say that slavery was a good thing and called himself a black Nazi. Who's to say what his positions would be on this? But anyway, in those posts that CNN shared from Nude Africa, he referred to himself as a black Nazi, praised slavery, and shared explicit fantasies involving transgender women. And honestly, it seems weird that it's that third one that probably caused most Republicans to step away from him. I think they would have been able to see past the first two. But anyway, Lieutenant Governor Robinson, a spokesperson says, has always said these allegations are completely false. Our investigation has shown that he is, quite frankly, right about that. So that's his lawyer, says we did an investigation, shows it's false. And they presented this evidence. No evidence, not a single evidence, no evidence to be found. They just stated it. And honestly, when this finally goes to trial, it'll be after the election. All they're trying to do is defray some of the effect of the reporting before the election. And so he calls it reckless. They call it recklessly false reporting. They don't indicate what makes it false. They say that he's been the victim of multiple data breaches. They don't give any evidence of that. And I'm also not sure why more than a decade-old posts on a website have anything to do with data breaches. That's been up there for a really long time. And they say that they matched his email address and the username Mini Soldier to other online accounts belonging to him. And that account had discussed topics that corresponded with Mr. Robinson's interests and biographical information, such as his age and the length of his marriage. No, I mean, look, to the extent that you can track down people's activity from many years ago, they did a good job here. But anyway, what do you think?
Look, he started this, okay? Not CNN. He started it when he started railing against people who he deemed as others. And now we've learned, if you believe CNN's reporting, and I do, that he enjoys some others, okay? Maybe a lot. So it's just, Elliot Spitzer lied in the beginning too. Remember him in the sex scandal and the prostitution and stuff? And then he said, look, I did it and I broke the law. And I'm not suggesting that Mark broke the law, but he broke his own law of morality because he's defined it in a certain way. This is nothing but a wag the dog, don't pay attention. You're right. To kind of give one last ditch effort here, okay? To try to get people to vote for him and not believe that he is that guy. And I'm looking at a small monitor. I don't know, was the wife there? Not that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
I didn't see.
I didn't see her either. And I just wanted to make sure and run it by you. But nice try. This is who you are. And in this case, I can't wait for discovery. Don't you have to turn over a lot of stuff? I can't wait to see what the CNN lawyers ask for on this one. I wouldn't want to go through that. I guess the associates, if you're a junior lawyer, you have to go through all that discovery and oh God.
Don't look at the hard drive. Don't look at the hard drive. Yeah.
Get ready for this.
Again, he is trailing by a lot. He was already trailing before this. He should have been. He says insane things. He said that abortion is about a woman not knowing how to keep her skirt down. I mean, I don't think we needed Nude Africa to know who he is. We on the Damage Report have been trying to get people to pay attention to this guy for like a year, and nobody watches those videos. It is good to see that finally people have caught on. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.